most of the commandos Hollywood have, I guess, are foreign. Not even so much because they're not libertarian or conservative, because usually they're, they're listeners when I talk to them, even if they're French or Israeli or German or whatever. A lot of them are Israeli. I guess that's kind of cool in Hollywood. But Hollywood hires foreign commandos because they don't like American soldiers, is really what it comes down to. That's how anti-America the whole mindset is just, oh, we just don't have a lot of former American special forces here just because they just don't, quote, service Hollywood. But that's a side issue. Once everybody realizes that they've all got bodyguards, a lot of them at taxpayer expense, it's game over. They live in a total gun culture themselves, but just don't want us to be part of it because they want a bunch of domesticated slaves that they can totally control. It's that simple. So, Rolling Stone came out yesterday with, it's time to repeal the Second Amendment. Just take the guns. Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in, to quote Dianne Feinstein. Well, now, this is up on Infowars.com, UCLA professor, Congress should secretly suspend Second Amendment. And that's how they do it, just put you on a no-gun buy list. So that's just some of what's going on. But we have this being called for everywhere. There's the headline for TV viewers. Why it's time to repeal the Second Amendment. It needs to be repealed because it's outdated, a threat to liberty, and a suicide pact. Even though overall crime using guns is down upwards of 60% since 1992, FBI unified crime statistics, and mass shootings are flat. Everyone thinks that alligator attacks are over the top, and everyone now in Florida and all over is scared to swim. One child's been eaten. They should have killed the alligator 2 weeks ago when it came running out of the bushes and tried to eat another little kid. Disney World was politically correct and didn't. So the gator half-chowed the poor little toddler. Cute little photos. But the point is, still, imagine how scary that is, a big lizard, a big amphibious lizard eating your child. See, that's sensational. Just like it's sensational that 49 people got killed in Orlando, and it is terrible. And it is happening. And it's a lot more dangerous than all the shark attacks in the world in the last 7-8 years. On average, there's about maybe 12, 13 shark attack deaths a year worldwide. There might have been 50 gay people beaten to death in the last 20, 30 years, being mugged because of their sexual preference. 49 died. And you don't hear a word about Islam. So it's all how they present things. And they're presenting it right now that it's the fault of the Second Amendment and Americans' rights. And I know you as an audience get this better than I do, but that's why I'm hammering Islam so hard, because we can't just give it a pass and just hope the jihadis stop killing us. That's bad enough. But they're going to go find liberal victim disarmament zones where they feel safe to cowardly kill as many people as they can. They're not going to hit harder targets, patriot targets. Look how it went for them at a conservative event in Dallas. Dead before they could even get out of their cars. Dead within seconds of starting to fire shots. Dead, dead, dead. No, we're not just talking about hundreds getting killed every year by Islamists now here in the United States and thousands per country in the Middle East every month. Hundreds of thousands every year, and hundreds in Europe. No. We're talking about them killing our right of free speech and killing our Second Amendment, the right to self-defense, and then killing our Fourth Amendment, saying none of us have any rights to privacy because they've got to protect us from the very jihadis the traitor government brought in. Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. Between the two, they lick the platter clean. That's why I say the jihadis are the magic skeleton key of the New World Order. The West brings them in. They get to make us be politically correct and submit to them. The terrorists attack. They get to take more of our rights. They get to have civil emergencies, restricting our freedoms in the name of countering the threat they brought in, all because of the death of logic. Merkel is to blame. Hollande is to blame. Hillary Clinton is to blame. Barack Obama is to blame. And the Republican leadership going along with the open borders is to blame. I am not to blame when I try to get on an airplane and they want to, after I go through the scanners and everything, want to touch my genitals. That's why I won't go through the naked body scanners, because I know they save the images. That was confirmed years after we documented it. But on top of that, it's all fake. So the former head of Homeland Security, Chertoff, makes money. His company's made billions. He's made more than 30 million last time I checked. And then when Saudi Arabians come through, they don't even put them through the machines because it's against their religion. It's a joke. And then even if you go through the scanner, a lot of times they want you to go over and get groped some more. And, oh, let's check your bag to see if there's explosives. When they already ran my ID and put me through a database, and no, I haven't gotten a speeding ticket in like 3 years. They know full well. They've got an entire digital dossier on me. Doesn't matter, though. I've got to be trained. My children have to be trained how to be prisoners as the border stays wide open. So I'm going to talk more about this attack on the Second Amendment and then tie it together. Oh, government documents released. Obama administration aided group that became ISIS to control area where ISIS formed the caliphate. We're going to get into NATO says it might now have grounds to attack Russia. Oh, yes, this is official. This is really big. We'll look at a bunch of communist and socialist utopias that are currently collapsing into flames.
We're on the march.
More. So they told us they were never coming after our guns. And then they brought in a bunch of incompatible people from the Middle East that have been killing each other for over 1,000 years. And then they launched a worldwide Saudi Arabian and Western-backed Islamic offensive of terrorist attacks, sex slavery, and radicalization. And they shipped Stinger missiles and anti-tank missiles to them by the thousands and gave them billions of dollars, and then had the nerve to protect these radical networks, these radical mosques, who openly get on TV and say to their practitioners, to their flock of weasels, go out and kill gays and kill single women having sex out of wedlock. And no one goes to jail. No one gets investigated, and the FBI is ordered to stand down. I'm living in the Twilight Zone, and let me tell you something. If you think this screw job you're living under is bad yet, get ready. Because they have brought people in from the most backward third world nut house countries where the people are so backstabbing and so psychotic they can't even get their act together to have running water. Countries where they wipe their butts with their hand. Yes, that's why a Muslim will shake your hand with one hand, not the other. I'm not trying to be gross here. I'm just telling you, these aren't industrialized Muslim nations they're bringing these people in from. They are bringing them in from hillbilly central. And they are here, and they are flipping out when they walk into a movie theater and they've got men and women in the same bathroom. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to go nuts. They're going to go out to their car. They're going to get a knife. They're going to come in and start stabbing people. Or they're going to flip out and go get a gun and shoot people. And then I'll be blamed, you'll be blamed by the very leftist media combine that knows exactly what they're doing. But I'm going to stop right there because I want to get into some of this other news here in a moment. Briefly, I want all the listeners and viewers to know that I want to thank you for your support, spreading the word, sending out the videos, the articles. You're the reason that InfoWars is just really, when it comes to actually reaching people, exploding. But it's a paradox. There's a global depression in most areas. Our economy is really in a depression, though it's not evenly distributed, obviously. And the mainstream media does everything it can to cover that up. But when you do buy the products at InfoWarsStore.com, all really great products, the things that everybody needs, water filtration systems, non-GMO heirloom seeds, nutraceuticals, books, films, libertarian, patriot, Americana apparel that promotes a message of freedom and resistance to tyranny. It's all there. When you purchase products there, it makes what we do here completely and totally possible. So Tim Kennedy has joined InfoWars to start promoting a weekly series on preparedness, on combat training, on HUMET, on identifying criminal operatives, jihadi operatives, you name it, in your area. It's great to have the top Army soldier, and he's recognized as like the top Army soldier in every score: fighting, combat, shooting, analysis, photography. I mean, it just goes on and on. It's great to have him advising and working with InfoWars now, and he is a big supporter of the products: Brain Force, Secret 12, Super Mental Vitality, the 3 products. He's got the anti-doping agency that oversees the UFC to approve him to take these. And he's just blown away by him. I mean, he kind of poo-poos a lot of other supplements. Super Mental Vitality really blew him away. He quite frankly said libido was the strongest thing. He's already right up there at the top 1/10 of 1%, but he said he did feel gains of strength, of recovery. He said unlike any other workout enhancement herbal product out there, because we really did set out to make cold-pressed, concentrated, it's an oil basically, the most pure, unadulterated, unpasteurized. It hasn't been heated. That's what's so important. Product. It's like wine, but it's really a blend of essential oils and herbs. Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality. I mean, it's got almost 5-star reviews, thousands of reviews. It's like a 4.8. Third-party sites. It's so powerful. It's 15% off the Tim Kennedy special on Super Male Vitality, Brain Force, and Secret 12. You can get them all 3 together or get them separately. 15% off. Again, but it's also 15% off on those individually. You can also get free shipping on orders of $50 or more. And when you sign up for auto ship, an additional 10% off. Or if you want to support the broadcast, don't sign up for that and help us get more money in here to get more reporters, more crew, more people. And we got Joe Biggs, we've got Tim Kennedy on the military anti-terrorism front. We've got all these other great reporters who have expertise in different areas. We got 4 or 5 more slots in the reporting area to fill. We need more camera people. We need more editors. We need more writers. I'm maxed out, though, financially. But every time I expand, we end up getting the support we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and spend our reserves, put everything all in, going through this election into next year. And if we have to downsize next year, we will. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to support us. InfoWarsStore.com is the umbrella site. InfoWarsLife.com is the nutraceuticals. As part of our partnership with Special Forces operator and UFC fighter Tim Kennedy, we're giving you 15% off the top InfoWars Life formulas used by Tim Kennedy. Get 50% off of Super Male Vitality, Brain Force, and Secret 12. That's methylcobalamin and vitamin B12 at InfoWarsLife.com right now for limited time. These are the products that Tim Kennedy uses in his Special Forces and UFC training that help him go to the next level. And he said it took him to the next level, which he said wasn't a huge next level, but very noticeable and real after working out 6 hours a day. And the guy is a freak, by the way. I mean, that's well known. All 3 products have hundreds of 5-star reviews and contain the known herbs that help boost the body naturally. Now is the time to stock up and get our top products 15% off at InfoWarsLife.com. Visit InfoWarsLife.com and get on the Tim Kennedy InfoWars Life routine with Super Male Vitality, Brain Force, and Secret 12 at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. And then lastly, all Alexa Pure water filtration gravity-fed systems are 20% off at InfoWarsStore.com. All the other systems are 10% off with promo code WATER, but Alexa Pure is just 20% off, period. We also have their great Alexa Pure Breeze, air purifier system, and so much more at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com. Okay, I'm done plugging except for this fact. Continue to spread the word about the local AM and FM stations you're on. Don't take that for granted that we're in a serious info war and the globalists are doing everything they can to try to block this information. Spread the word, become a sponsor, let the sponsors know why you're supporting them, whether a dry cleaners or a car dealership or whoever it is, or become a sponsor. Or start your own show, or send them $100, or put the frequency of the station on the side of your business or the side of your barn, or put an ad in the paper for the local station and tell them I'm doing this because you're carrying the Alex Jones Show. And chances are, if they're carrying this broadcast, they're carrying other good broadcasts. Man, I tell you, we're all in this fight. I know a lot of you have done a lot of great things. There's no way for me to thank you all. I read your letters. I see your emails. I'm working. I'll be honest, I only work like 10, 12 hours a day now that I'm 40-something and I got 3 children, and because I physically work 18 hours a day sometimes, but then it degrades my other work. I just work intensely and more focused now. But I did work 18 hours a day for many years, and you saw what it did to my body. And so I just need to have the long run here. So I've cut back to a huge media load, probably one of the biggest media loads anybody has out there, but not the joke level one where I used to do 6 hours a day on radio and a TV show. Basically even sometimes get in the shipping department and package packages myself. I mean, I started out doing that 20 years ago.